Hello there, 585ers. This is your first of what will become a weekly screencast to prepare you for the class on Monday. As I said, I normally do these and have them available to you the Friday before class. We're running a little late this week, technical difficulties, etc., etc., etc. But we're fine now. Microphones are all set up, everything is adjusted, we're in good shape. So let's look at what we're doing on Monday besides hello, welcome to the class, introducing ourselves, walking through where things are, and making sure we all understand what we're going to be about. We will be starting off. Oh, let me speak to our friends from the great beyond to make sure that they have tried at least one time to get into the Collaborate. This is where your class will land you once you log in. Remember, if you are taking the class as distance ed, you will see two sections of 585 when you log in. You will want the 75, 585, 75, 41, 58. Both classes have been merged into this one class. Once you're in, of course, like I said, this is what you'll see. You will then click on where it says EDAP 585 Collaborate, and that will take you to this link. I hope you've watched this video because it does do a nice job explaining Collaborate. I also hope that you took the time to do this so that you've gotten your Java and everything all sorted out, because the first time you do this, it's a little freaky. Once you do it once, then it remembers things, like as you can see here, it's saying you're choosing to open Meeting Colab, which is the Java app that runs Collaborate. I'll say OK. Also, what you have to get used to is what's happening right now. As you can see, we're kind of sitting here and we're kind of waiting, and that's what happens. It has nothing to do with the speed of your computer. It has nothing to do with whether you're on a Windows machine or a Macintosh. It has nothing to do with what version of Windows or Macintosh you're using. It's just how it works. As you saw, there was a quick flash there that said starting Collaborate. If you remember from the video I shot earlier, I showed you how that you can check the little box that basically says, hey, I trust this publisher. And so you don't have to go through that clicking on that box and telling it to run every single time. If you haven't done that, please do that. And as you can see, it finally is here. Now, since I'm the moderator, it basically is asking me if I want to start this session recording it. And normally what I do, of course, is I'll click start and off we go. You may log in and see the same thing. If you don't want to record it, just click close. And here we are. So you're in. From your end in the great beyond, what you will see is I'll be broadcasting this screen that's on right now. You won't even see all of this over here. Make sure that you go through Tools, come down to Audio, Audio Setup Wizard, and allow your,
Welcome to the Audio Setup Wizard.
as you can hear,
This wizard will help you set the optimum levels for both your microphone and speakers. Please follow the instructions carefully. At this time, move the speaker slider to the right to increase the volume, or to the left to decrease the volume.
now of course,
To increase your volume further, you may have to adjust the level.
you're not listening to this through your speaker. You're going to listen to it through headphones. Remember, you have to have headphones on. Otherwise, you get these nasty, echoey noises. As you can see, it says, well, were you able to set it up? Yes, I'll say yes. It now looks around and says, where do you have a microphone? Now, don't let this scare you here. I have lots of different ways that I connect my Mac to things. So I'm just picking the one that I'm using, which is a microphone. A very good microphone, by the way. And I'm going to now record my voice. So I'm going to sit here and talk and say hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to stop it and I'm going to listen to it.
I'm going to sit here and talk and say hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
And
7.
I can hear now that everything is fine. There you go. So very simple to set up, but the key here is, and I can't emphasize this enough, wear your headphones. All right, now for everybody else. We're going to start with Module 1, and we'll start Monday. We won't go too far into Module 1. I'll introduce you to this gentleman right here, whose name is Dr. Michael Fullen. He was our last Grommeyer Award winner at the University of Louisville. I'm also going to introduce you to one of my heroes, this gentleman by the name of Sir Ken Robinson. Both of these guys will be playing a role in our class. As you can see, the modules are located in this link. Each module is clearly identified as to what it is about. One of the things that I need you to realize is please, please, please read the modules. There is lots of information in each one of these, and it helps sort of round out the whole experience of what the module is about. As you can see, I've got a lot of stuff in here from Dr. Fullen. And then down at the bottom of each module, it'll tell you how many classes we're going to spend on this module and what the dates are. Going back up to it, to the top, there's information here about what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing our book study. We're going to be using a tool called Edmodo, which some of you may be familiar with. And we're going to be using a tool called Pictographics. Now, I have the links here for you to get into the various tools that we're going to be using. And it'd be smart if you go ahead and click on these links and take a look at them. So let's do that real fast. This first link is to Edmodo. And then notice I have a group code here. I'm not going to need to use it, but I'm going to show you how to be the easiest way for you to use it is just highlight it and copy it. Click on the link to go into Edmodo. If you do not have a username, you'll need to create yourself an account. Very simple to do. You are a student, by the way, in this particular setting. So you're going to click on I am a student, fill it out, password, sign up for free. Okay? You will then put in your code for our class. Sorry about that. You'll put in a code for our class, and once you do that, you will join our class. So let me go ahead and get myself logged in. And you're not going to see all of the various Edmodo classes that I'm going to see when I log in. You're just going to see the one that you belong to. Okay, so I'm going to log in. You see what I'm saying? It already knows that I belong here, so it says go to your group. So here I am. I'm in. And that's all we need to do for right now. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to be using something called a pickle chart, which will help us build an infographic. Again, there's the link. You'll use my username and password. So you might want to write this down somewhere. This is sbswan02@louisville.edu. Password is ULIT, all lowercase, 241, all one word, ULIT 241, all lowercase. We're going to log in. The reason why you're using my login is simple. A, I can see it, so if you ever have a problem, it's easier for me to get in and help you. B, this is a paid account, so therefore everything that is available to us is in here. we're going to create what's called an infographic, and we'll talk about what that is. We're going to be building infographics about our readings of the Fullen book. Once we say we want to be an infographic, here are the templates that we'll be able to use. You can use a template or you can build your own. I kind of like building my own because I find the templates are, well, you have to sit there and basically, blow off what somebody else has done and then put it back together. Although there's some of these that you might find that are like, oh, yeah, I can use that. Using Pictograph is extremely simple. You basically have to stop and think about what you're going to do because you're just going to get, as you can see, you get presented a blank canvas. The first thing it does, and this is something on the web that you have to realize. The web hates the null set. It hates something being empty. And so there will always be a placeholder in everything that we create. So as you can see, the first placeholder is this title, and I would put in my title, whatever I'm going to call it. Over here is where you can play around with all the tools that you need to play with when it comes to creation. Across the top is like a word processor, just the tools that you can use, like your text, how big, so on. You can do fill-ins with color, and then over here are your basic classic undos, ados, cuts, paste, all that stuff. Down the side here is where it gets really interesting. Shapes and lines basically gives you a selection of shapes and lines that you can use in your infographic. Icons, the same thing. But look what you can do. You can search. So if I wanted to put something in there that had to do with I can type heroes. Not very good hit there, but what I'm saying is, oh no, here's what we want to do. Technology. Let's try technology. Now, so see, I've got these icons that I can find that I could use in my wonderful infographic I'm going to build. Photos, it gets even better. So if I wanted to do a photo, let's search again for technology. One of the nice things about it is Pictochart uses Google Images, but it only uses the ones that are Creative Commons licensing. And as we talk about later on in one of our modules about copyright rules, what you will find is that this is a real lifesaver in terms of you using pictures, because you don't have to worry about it. And then here's your frames that you can use so that you can basically make some cute. These are a lot of fun to play with. Backgrounds, you can upload your own pictures. Of course, text gives you what it's going to look like. Your tools, you can put videos in. You could do anything, basically. So Pictocharts are wonderful. And as it says here, we're going to do a Pictochart about the challenge, which is chapter 2 and 3, and the possibilities, chapters 4 and 5. So that'll be our first module. I think you'll find this will be a lot of fun. Remember, please read what is here, because it's really very interesting. Alrighty, that'll be what we do the first night of class, besides getting to know each other and understanding how all this is going to work. Oh, I will take you through live text as well. And I hope to see you Monday night, 4:30. We will be in room 201E. That is inside the ERTC. You come up the flight of stairs, take a right. Then take the left into the ERTC, immediately go to your right down a little hallway, and your classroom, 201E, is immediately on your right. It's all windows as you walk down that hallway. It's a nice classroom. It's small, it's intimate. We have a big table in the back of the room that we can all sit around when we do our book study discourse. That way we can have our friends in the great beyond join us, because there's a computer and a giant TV screen mounted on the wall back there. And we will have a wonderful, wonderful class. I really look forward to seeing all of you. I will see you Monday. Bye.